Well, I was blown away this morning when I got the update that the channel has now passed 900 subscribers. So, if you're a new subscriber, welcome. And thank you to everyone who has clicked subscribe already with the channel, as it's the corner of the internet where we're able to talk junior hockey. And remember, there will be an announcement tomorrow here on the channel. So, you'll want to stay tuned for that. So, let's get into some news items for today because training camps are now all underway across the Ontario Hockey League, and one name has been absent from the Barrie Colts training camp. Riley Patterson has not reported, and according to Barrie today, article by Peter Robinson saying that he has requested a trade from the Barrie Colts. So Riley Patterson, he's developed some great chemistry with Cole Baudouin. We saw that in his first season after he was traded from the Flint Firebirds to the Barrie Colts. And he's a Vancouver Canucks prospect, still hasn't signed with the Canucks at the time of recording. And you almost have to wonder if maybe what his step back in his progression may be a bit of a factor, just wanting a change of scenery. Because remember last year, the Barrie Colts making that big trade with the North Bay Battalion when they reunited Anthony Romani and Owen Van Steensel with Dallin Wakely. That became the new top line for the Barrie Colts. And Riley Patterson was on the second, the third line, trying to find a spot. He was having a hard time finding a groove, especially when the Barrie Colts started that second half of the season. The team just seemed off. And in the end, Riley Patterson, he was tied for the team lead in scoring with Kayshawn Aitchison. 25 goals, 34 assists for 59 points, which is a downgrade from what we saw the season prior. In his rookie season with the Barrie Colts, he ended with 29 goals, 33 assists for 62 points. So we know that he's an offensively gifted player. And for the Barrie Colts, obviously right now, they're going to try and find a place for him to play. It's really unfortunate because I know Patterson has been a fan favorite for the Colts these past two seasons, but apparently he has put in a request asking for a trade from the Barrie Colts, and we'll have to wait and see where he ends up. And there's a lot of teams looking to be adding to their offensive weapons, and it's going to be interesting to see. Did the Barrie Colts trade him outside of the Eastern Conference, find a team in the West, or it's kind of reminiscent of what we saw last year with Colby Barlow with the Owen Sound attack, where he said he wasn't going to report to training camp and stayed home waiting for a trade, and we know that he ended up with the Oshawa Generals. So it's kind of a similar situation, but we'll have to wait and see how it all plays out with Riley Patterson requesting a trade from the Barrie Colts. Now, it seems as though we're going to be getting a few new arenas around the Ontario Hockey League. We already know about Brantford and their plans to build a new arena, along with the city of Sudbury. And now Peterborough has taken a tiny step forward when it comes to their new arena plans. Right now, the city looking at a downtown site for a brand new arena to replace the Peterborough Memorial Center. They're looking at a site on Townsend Street. So right now it is city land. It's a bus garage and also just city uses and services for infrastructure. So the plan is to build a new arena there, and they haven't had any approvals as of yet. It was mentioned briefly in City Council last night, and it sounds as though next month they're going to look for some private public partnership deals just to try and rejuvenate the downtown core. And it all starts with this multi-use sports facility that would be on Townsend Street. So it seems as though they have the site. They just need to do all the approvals and whatnot, figure out the costs. It sounds like this arena could be over 6,000 seats is what they're looking at, but still no timeline for when shovels would be on the ground and when the Peterborough Petes would move into a brand new facility. But they're taking baby steps here towards building a brand new arena in Peterborough, but finally getting a bit of an update, and we'll keep an eye on that as this season goes forward. I would assume this fall we should have further information as to how it'll all work out with Peterborough building this new facility. But it's city politics, municipal politics. Things can either move very quickly, like we saw in Brantford, or they could take a little while longer to go, like we saw with the new arena in Sudbury. Now, there has been a signing involving the Kitchener Rangers. Oscar Hemming has announced that he signed a commitment with the Kitchener Rangers. So it's pretty exciting. The import from Finland, his brother Emil Hemming, playing with the Barrie Colts last season. So Hemming will have a second one in the Ontario Hockey League this upcoming season. Now, there has been some speculation whether or not Emil Hemming could end up playing for the Kitchener Rangers as early as next season. So we'll have to wait and see on that front. I haven't had any confirmation to suggest that that's actually happening, but I think now with Oscar Hemming officially joining the Kitchener Rangers for next season, it's I wouldn't be surprised if those rumors are just going to continue to grow from here on out until we've got word from the Dallas Stars if Hemming's officially going to go back to junior hockey or whether or not the Barrie Colts plan to entertain a trade. But still awesome news that Oscar Hemming will be coming over to join the Rangers, who are expected to have a solid season. Despite the news of Adam Valentini deciding to go to the NCAA route instead of joining the Rangers, this is a glimmer of some good news because Oscar Hemming has had a great run. He's one of the top Finnish players of his age group, and he's got that size, he's got that physical edge, and we'll see how that all translates here with the Kitchener Rangers. Now, we do have one trade to discuss. It's a smaller deal between the Soo Greyhounds and the Erie Otters. Sault Ste. Marie, they've traded Jesse Venturo to the Otters for a 10th round pick in 2028. That draft pick actually belongs to the Owen Sound Attack. So Venturo, he has not yet played in the Ontario Hockey League the last 2 seasons. He's been playing Tier 2 at the St. Michael's Buzzers. Some decent stats last season, 38 games, 9 goals, 12 assists, 21 points. And then in the playoffs, 6 games, just 1 goal. But Venturo has a commitment to Lake Superior University, so that's going to be in effect for 2026-27. And for the Erie Otters, they've signed several players who have commitments in the future for the NCAA. The Otters, a team looking to take advantage of all the new rules when it comes to the CHL player status going on to the NCAA and bringing another player like Venturo. So we'll see if, in fact, he signs. I would imagine that since they've made a trade, that there are negotiations underway to have him sign a commitment. But for the Erie Otters, kind of in a rebuild through signings. There's been several signings. I'm going to be doing the Erie Otters season preview video shortly, and we'll discuss all the moves that have been taking place involving the Erie Otters. So again, that's how I see it from the booth. Again, thank you for everyone who's hit subscribe, as we've now passed 900 subscribers. I didn't think we would ever reach this goal or this mark, but thank you very much for your support. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't hit subscribe already. And we will talk to you again soon.